Wow, that was the Flying Scotsman. Welcome to Partickhill Station. Hi, it's Charlie. Welcome back to Partickhill Station. It's been a while since I've been on because it's been very busy around here. Our youngest daughter got married just 10 days ago, thereabouts, and there was a lot happening. Family coming in from overseas and up from the US, and yeah, it was a great time. Some of the photographs are available on my Facebook page and one on my Instagram. So haven't had much time to do model railways, but I did receive some packages which I will be unboxing. Now, the story behind them was I ordered a number of pieces and trying to save some money because postage is very expensive to get over here. So given that I had family coming from Scotland for the wedding, I had a couple of these providers send it up to Scotland, and then my family brought the packages over, which was great. It was great to get them. It was great to save a bit of money. So let's go and have a look, see what I got. Well, I've moved into this other room just because there's more space in which to work. So as I said, I got these 3 packages. Yeah, I've got 3 packages. I know that one's from Peter Spares and one is from Triang Hornby Parts and one is from Scale Model Scenery. So let's get them opened and see what I've got, and this will make for interesting projects, no doubt. Okay, so from Hornby Triang Parts, I ordered the following: Triang small traction tyres, a contact washer, insulating washers, Triang buffer small rounds, and Triang Spares silver seal brush caps. You know, these things didn't cost a lot of money, as you can see, but the thing is, you know, the amount would double or triple just to get them here. So very grateful for Tony at Hornby Triang Parts for getting these up to Glasgow so that it could get over here without any issue. I'll just have a look and see, try and open this without dropping everything. Just a small package. Yeah, so these small caps are used in the Hornby Fleischmann Ringfield motor, and you know, they're difficult to find unless you get them from, you know, Peter Spares or Hornby Triang Parts, or maybe if I was able to get them from a European model railway store here in Toronto. But yeah, they'll come in very useful because I have 2 or 3 of those motors which I picked up some time back at a model railroad or model railway show that some guy was unloading a whole bunch of stuff, and I picked up a couple of them. And the buffers, you know, I have a number of locos, primarily diesel ones, that are missing buffers, so they'll come in very useful. Now these little washers here, these are the ones for, you know, the EM2, etc. Similar motor to the Triang shunter. They need this little brass washer up there in the top. And tyres, yeah, I hope these ones fit. There's a couple of locos that aren't running too well, and I discovered they were missing a washer, so I'll give these a try. And once again, for the EM2 and other locos, they need this insulated washer to go on the top. These will come in handy. They'll enable me to make sure that the connection is right in those motors. So those were great. You know, that was £14. It's a lot of money for a few little parts, but you know what you're going to do if you're trying to get things running and you need these parts, then you just got to cough up and pay the price. And the best way is to get them, if you're here in Canada, North America, is to get someone who is flying over there or back from the UK to pick them up for you, save you a few dollars. Okay, so this one's from Peter Spares, nice little box, and a reasonable price to get these to Glasgow. Okay, this is the main board for the Pendolino that I've been looking for, and that's X9729. That's the main PCB board, and there it is. I'll just open it up. Okay, so this is the one that burnt out, and there's the 8-pin connector. So what I now have to do is replace this with the burnt out one, and then try and find out, make sure that I get all the wires going to the right location. But that was a great find. I'd been looking for a while, and thanks Jason at Barnabas Junction for directing me to Peter for this part, and a little bit of research that you did for me to make sure I had the right one. And you know, it was £9.38, and it was £3.99 to get it up to Glasgow, which is fairly reasonable, and I was happy to get that. The difference is that, you know, there was VAT added into this. Had I have ordered directly from Peter Spares, I would have saved the £2.22 in the VAT, but that would have been applied to the cost of postage to Toronto. But that was a great way of doing it, and I'm glad that we were able to get that arranged. So I'm just going to stick it back in there for safekeeping. Here's the one from Scale Scenes. Be careful with this. It's always great to open a package. Well, unfortunately, while I was recording, I didn't realise that I'd just ran out of space. It's always an issue, very frustrating. And, you know, I had gone through the opening of this from Scale Model Scenery. So let's give you a look at what I've got. You know, this has been on my list for some time now, and you know, I remember Digger doing this, and I had a chat with him about it and said that, you know, or asked him, could you give me a couple of dimensions from your build? I'd like to try and do a scratch build of it. And he was good enough to do that. And you know, what it was the Catenary system that Scale Model Scenery produce. Now, as you know, I've got a thing about the cost of postage from the UK with a lot of these items. Takes the goodness out of the deal, let's say. Anyway, with help from Digger, I decided I would start building a model of this on my own. So you may have seen this plasticard column post for the Catenary system. I built two of them. And, you know, you can see they're made out of channel sections and flats. And it turned out quite well. I was quite happy with that. But to get the Catenary beam, the main support, I started drawing it up and setting up a little jig to simplify it. But then with the wedding coming up, I realised that I had family coming over. So I asked if I could have these packages sent to them, and I immediately got onto Scale Model Scenery, and I had them send me over one of these kits. As I said, it's probably reversed, but it's a lattice girder head spans. Now, interestingly, in this one, I just realised the mats the masts were not included. I thought they were. So that may be an issue. Once I build those head spans, I need to make sure that they fit with this, and somehow I don't think they will, because, you know, from here to the top was the dimension I had for clearance above the track. But I now recognise that in this design, the head span lines up with the top of the post. So that's going to be an issue. That was unexpected. But I'll get started on this and and see how it goes. Maybe I can find a way of getting the masts that they produce over here for a reasonable price. So that's it for the unboxing, and nice little bits, and it's great to get stuff that you need that enables you to move forward with other little projects. I'd like to thank everybody who took the time to respond to my last video about A Tale of Two Magazines. A little bit controversial. One chap, I'm not sure if it was tongue-in-cheek, but he accused me of encouraging people to steal magazines, which was not the case or not the intention. I just wanted to make light of the cost of these magazines, how they've gone up in price substantially, and the change in the material that have been used. On the one hand, they tried to, I guess, save money by reducing the quality, while the other continued with the nice glossy paper, and that was the more expensive one. You know, I've got quite a collection of both new and old magazines that I've bought over the years. I was just trying to give some of you who don't have that type of money to spend on a magazine an opportunity to look at them, and also advise you about Libby.com, that if you go to your library and register, you should be able to get access to all these magazines free, and then you don't have to stand in the big box store and look at them or take a little photograph. No harm done. You know, the fact that you're actually reading them and trying to produce something from what's in there, and then if you do produce a video, you know, you're going to say, I got this from Model Rail or BRM or British Railway Modelling or whatever magazine it is, because, you know, you could do the same. You could just download it free on the internet. Same thing. I just thought I'd put that in there for a bit of laugh, and I got a few laughs, and I can't remember the guy's name, but I thank him very much for the very eloquent note that he made, and for taking the time to consider a response, compose it, and post it. It's very important that we get some dialogue going between each other within the community, and I respect his opinions and everything that he wrote, and I didn't take any offence whatsoever. But yeah, you know, there's and I'll continue to do these types of commentaries as we move along. I'm always on the lookout for an interesting topic, and yeah. So in the meantime, been doing a couple of things, working on my Caledonian single, and the story behind that is I had one. I couldn't get it to go through the points, so I sold it. I'm thinking if someone buys it and they've got a nice long runs on their layout with a minimum number of points, it would find a good home. And then shortly thereafter, Double O Bill did a maintenance on one that he was given, and lo and behold, he had the same problem, but found eventually that by removing the magnet, replacing it with some lead weights, it would run smoothly through those points. And I think that's the way to go. I did add weight to the tender, but that didn't help. That just created additional load, and there was an imbalance, as you know, in the design itself between the single wheel and the rear wheel of a loco. And I will be looking at adding in front bogie pickups. So that's one thing I've been doing, and there's another couple of things on the back burner for different reasons, and I'll get around to bringing them out and trying to complete them. And so with this, I've got enough to go ahead with a few little things. And, you know, now I'm not really sure if I can modify these to accommodate the required clearance. Maybe I can add to them, but that might look a bit Mickey Mouse. I'll find a solution. So in the meantime, I know you've got lots of options out there, because lots of stuff on YouTube. I watch it all the time, always looking to see interesting stuff and learn something new. Like Michael at Chanwell, phenomenal modelling in N scale. I love what he does, and you know, I've got a cricket machine over there that I really want to put into use, and you know, I'll get around to doing some drawings and getting them on there and cutting them out in the different material. The project for using plastic card for the tenement building has slowed down because I'm having real trouble cutting out those the openings for the windows. I've done the drilling of the holes around the perimeter of the opening, but it's hard going, and then trying to find a way to cut those windows is challenging. Anyway, I'll persevere and see what I can come up with. In the meantime, once again, thank you very much for dropping by Partickhill Station. You're always welcome here. And, you know, even if you don't leave a comment, I wish you would. Give me the big thumbs up. Doesn't cost anything. I'm not asking you to subscribe, but the big thumbs up really helps grow. And that's what it's all about while communicating with you guys. So it's bye for now from me, Charlie, here at Partickhill Station. Stay tuned and see you next time. Bye for now.